Hey guys, I just thought I'd give you a little mini update on my entry into World One Group Build as hosted by Chancellor North Wales, or everybody already knows him, Len. So Len, I just thought I'd do a quick little mini update on the project so far. As you can see, the trench is basically got all of its base colours on. It's been weathered. It's still a little bit more weathering to do on it basically. I did clear coat it yesterday after I finished doing all the base colours, and put on a sort of a enamel wash, as it were, just to darken everything up and give it that sort of dense, dark, muddy sort of trench feel to it, as it were. I'm particularly pleased with these two aluminium sheeting or backing which was used to keep the earth back. They've come up really well. They really look as though they've been there a while. I'm going to add a few rust streaks, I think, just around here and possibly at the bottom, and also on here. I'm particularly pleased with the way, if I zoom in, no, I've got the right end. Nope, I'm going to have to go back again. Hang on. If we zoom in and just pan around. Hang on, if you bear with me guys, and Len, if you'll bear with me as well. If I pull her forward, you just notice, if I can get it into focus, it's really caught out all the indentations on there very well with the wash. Looks really good. I'm going to put a few rusts, little hints of rust there, because obviously it's been out and wet, it's beginning to deteriorate, etc. More centrally on the end here possibly, so it's looking really good. And even with the actual binding down here, that's looking really good, I have to say. I'm really pleased with the way that's come out. And as I say, on the other side here you've got the effect again, with all the indentations of the metal, and it's as though it's just mud and earth collecting there. And as I say, I'm going to put a few little hints of rust on here, I think, and at the bottom, just to give it that sort of weathered look, as it were. Again, the bottom, I did a dark wash after I clear coated it, so that the old duck boards would actually come out a little bit more noticeable. I mean, admittedly, I'm going to put pigments on it just to give it that sort of muddy effect, as though people have been walking to and fro in the wet, etc. I'm particularly pleased with the way the wood grain has come out with this dark dirt wash. That really has sort of emphasised the age of the wood, etc. And very happily it's come out too, so that's looking really effective. But I mean, what I will possibly do, just to give it that sort of weathered effect, is down here in between the duck boards, once I've matte coated everything, I'm just going to line it with a little bit of clear in between, just to give it that muddy effect. And on the top here, just by the sandbags where you've got the beginning of no man's land, I'm going to clear coat all of this, just to give it that muddy, glistening sort of look, really. So that's the base. I mean, that's where we are in terms of the actual vignette base, as it were. Now I'm going to pan back. Excuse my thumb. That's a bit better. And okay, and that's that really as regards the base. Now, in terms of the figures, this is how far I've got with these, to be honest with you guys. I'm still in the process of getting all the base colours on. Unfortunately, this guy, I broke the end of the bayonet. I'm going to have to repair that again, because it's just looking as though it's drooping, whereas in real life it was absolutely razor sharp and straight. But again, the detail on these master box figures is phenomenal. I'm really happy with them. I mean, if I get them into shot, you can put my hand, it might focus in a bit more. In fact, I'm going to pan in a bit actually. Out of the way, and you'll see for yourself. If I get that behind there, it might focus. Then again, it might not. I think you get the general gist of the idea. I mean, the detail, as I say, on them is phenomenal. I did have a bit of a mare with German infantry. I was getting the colours wrong, and in the end I managed to get the right colours. So around about circa 1916 they changed from an overall sort of field grey to a slight tonal, dark tonal uniform and helmet with the field grey trousers. I've even actually painted in their bindings the colour they should be, because I did refer to the internet basically to have a look at the authentic German infantry uniforms themselves. Again, with the added Tamiya officer's figure, get that into shot. Oh, this damn camera, I'll tell you, it was a nightmare trying to keep this camera steady sometimes. Hang on, if I can get him into shot actually. Here we go. As you can see here, I have virtually done all the uniform, including his bracing for his gas mask. His boots are done, his gloves are done. Also, I did do his tash, but it came out rather thick, so I'm going to do it again. And then obviously painting all the actual insignia of his uniform, including the cat crest on his cap. But again, the detail on this particular figure is very well nicely presented, I have to say. So that's where we are in terms of the project as it is at the moment, guys. Okay, I've also managed to touch up on this figure here the wounded officer, because I did his tash a little bit too much, too thick. I've managed to tone it back a bit and it's just about right. But again, I've got to paint some extra details in, such as his shoulder straps and obviously his hold all here, his shoulder strap on the back, and then obviously the red piping which goes on the actual uniform, and obviously his epaulets. So I've got to do some reference material on that, and obviously the actual pistol. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a little hint of blood in there, because it looks as though he's actually been partly injured, so we'll see. As I say, generally that's where we're at in terms of the project itself as it stands. But as I say, what I'm going to do next time, I'm not going to give any further updates. I just thought I'd do this because I haven't done a video in a while, what with work and life, etc. So that's where we are in terms of my entry into the World War One group build. So I hope you like it. Leave your comments or any feedback, and as I say, that's what I'm going to do now for now. In fact, this might be the only sort of mini update on this particular project, because I think the next time you'll see this, unless I don't get it finished with the other M group build, will be the final reveal. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.